Hello everyone and welcome back to the Minnesota Twins franchise on MLB The Show 17. In today's episode, we're going to spend some more time with the Chattanooga Lookouts in their playoff series against the Montgomery Biscuits. I was very happy last episode to see that so many of you enjoyed the Lookout gameplay. The games were pretty intense and we had some fun moments. Lamont Wade came off the bench, delivered a big pinch hit single for us, but eventually we would drop the first game to the Biscuits on a walk-off hit. We then did the same thing the following game, which meant we were facing elimination, returning home in Game 3. Lamont Wade comes through again. There is a 2-run double as we rode a 5-run third inning to a 5-1 victory to make it a 2-1 series. So today we'll spend more time with the Lookouts and get back to the Twins as well. So let's get into Game 4 with our Chattanooga Lookouts again at home, trying to extend the series. And on the mound we had Aaron Slaggers. He's a big right-handed pitcher who did very well for us this year. He's 6'10", and gets a pop-up here into shallow right, and that'll be tracked down by A-Ray Adrianza. Now let's see some of the Lookout hitting, as I was excited to see more of these young bats, including Alex Kirilloff. 2-0, pitch right down the middle. He'll take this into left field, dropping this down for a base hit. Lookouts trying to get something going with 2 down as Lamont Wade is at bat. Drove in 3 runs in the first 2 games, and he's looking for another going to left center with a line drive swing. Kirilloff can round third safely, and Wade's not done. He's headed to third. In there safely with an RBI triple. He was just a bench player when we started this playoff series, and now he's turning into our biggest impact bat, batting cleanup for us. Now unfortunately we couldn't bring him in, but he did give us a nice lead. Aaron Slaggers back on the mound in the second. And here is a pop-up going deep down the line as it's not quite a catch, good effort. But 2 strikes, Slaggers finishes it off with that cutter. And that seemed to be his go-to pitch. Watch him go back to it here. 0-1, cutter stared at to make it 0-2. Another cutter, this time on the corner. He goes down swinging. Another K on the board for Slaggers. Let's go into the third now, as this goes down the line for the first hit allowed by Slaggers. And Kirilloff is able to hold this to a single. But then the runner taking off is Dan Rolfing, throwing to second. Throws him out. Lookouts began well. They get the run, 3 scoreless innings. Now bottom 3, 2 down for Nico Goodrin, who rips this into right center, but that'll be taken care of for a lazy fly out. On to the 4th, 0-2 count. Slaggers gets another, this time the slider. He was dominant in these opening frames. Then first pitch swinging, that's a circle change. They can't touch anything he's throwing at him. Here's 2-2. And a ground ball hit to short. Polanco handles this, and the play is made. Neither offense could get much going, so on to the 5th already. Grounder here to Vielma at third. As his throw short arms the first baseman, and he can't make the play. Goodrum can't quite field it. Next play, they're going back to Vielma. Good sliding grab. On to second to get the lead, but they can't turn 2. Then Slaggers comes back with the circle change. That swung on and missed. Gets the count 2-2, and a circle change again for another punch out. Let's go bottom 5, 1 down. This is Vielma getting underneath the pitch up in the zone, and that will be a pop-up, and that's taken care of. With 2 down, Torrey Hunter Jr. getting a hold of this pitch left up, but doesn't have the carry to do any damage. Another lazy fly ball, as we have just 3 hits through 5 innings. Top 6 now, Slaggers giving up a ground ball to second. Adrianza makes a routine play. These pitchers just seem too good, but this slider here does not get called. Could have been strike 3. Then with the count full, another close pitch is taken, and Slaggers gives up the walk. And from there, it seems Slaggers was getting nothing close. That slider called the ball. 2-1 cutter also called the ball. Slaggers falling behind, and the 3-1 is tapped. A swinging bunt as the lead runner advances, but they do record an out. However, that tying run now in scoring position. Circle change not getting called. Cutter, however, that swung on and missed. 1-2 from Slaggers, lined into right and fair. That ties the game at 1, as it looked like Slaggers had a chance to end the inning sooner, but things didn't play out that way. 1-1, Biscuits get something going, and then base hit up the middle. With speed on second base, the lead runner can come around, and he is home safely with the batter advancing on to second. 2-2 to the next batter. He's going up the middle with a line drive. Now they're getting something off Slaggers. Slaggers with 5 near-perfect innings and then a nightmare of a 6th inning. 3 runs across for the Biscuits. Then a fly ball hit to right. Finally, something hit at somebody, and the catch is made. But now work to do for this lookout lineup. Bottom 6, Jorge Polanco grounding to second. He still can't get the bat going and is retired on a routine play. Here is Nico Goodrum with 2 down in the 6th as he hits this hard to left, but right to the left fielder as he gloves that. Into the 7th, we bring in Nick Birdie, the flame-throwing reliever. 0-2, that's the nasty circle change. That along with a fastball in the upper 90s. Bottom 7, here's Alex Kirilloff as he sits back, drives this to right field, and that'll go to the wall. Kirilloff rounds first, he is headed to second, and that is a double. One the Lookouts desperately needed. Kirilloff has definitely been one of the players that stood out most in this series. Now with that run on second base, a grounder by Wade will advance him to third. Look at this play though from the second baseman, getting Wade out. Just a sac fly or something to bring home Kirilloff would be nice, but Adrianza pops up a pitch down the middle, and that's an easy play. Now, the Lookouts need a hit. Dan Rolfing goes down swinging just in front of the curveball. Here's another look. Lookouts running out of time. Nick Birdie on the mound trying to keep the score from getting any worse as the 99-mile-per-hour heat gets the strikeout, then a full count, and a walk. That fastball doesn't mean much if you can't locate it. 1-2 to the next batter, and a flare to left center that will get down. Wasn't sure if that was going to be catchable or not, and that advances a runner into scoring position, to third base actually. Raul Fernandez comes out of the pen, and he gets the high towering fly ball to right. And the Lookouts end this inning, but still down 2, need something on offense so their season is over. There's a hit from Vielma going the other way. Good line drive single as the leadoff batter gets aboard for the Lookouts. Next, Torrey Hunter. 1-2 count, a rip into left center field. And we thought it was going to get down for a hit. Vielma's out of position. He can't get back to first in time, and he's doubled up. Those are the exact kind of errors we can't afford at this point. 2 down. And then Jorge Polanco finally gets it going with a line drive to left center that's good for a double and could have potentially brought in a run. We can't play the what-if game, however. We go back to the top of the order. Zach Granite, 2-1, jammed fly ball to left center. As the 8th inning is not quite over yet. A drop in left field. An error again from their left fielder, who had one in the last episode. He's looked really uncomfortable in the outfield, and we've taken advantage. We get a run across, 3-2, but then a strike 3 to end the 8th inning. We gotta go try to pull off another 9th inning comeback. First though, we gotta make sure it's still a 1-run game. Given up down the line, this is gonna be extra bases as the Biscuits get the leadoff double. Throw comes in a bit too late. Fernandez then 0-2 to the next batter. He gets a ground ball to the perfect spot to hold the runner. We make the play. We then go to Greenwood, our lefty, who gets the pop-up, and Rolfing will take care of that. Inning over, and we keep it a 1-run game headed into the bottom of the 9th inning. 3-4-5 up for us. Here's Alex Kirilloff, already 2 for 3, a double and a single. First pitch, Kirilloff fouls off a fastball he should have crushed. Then behind 1-2, sits back and laces a single into right field. The tying run aboard. Can the Lookouts move him around? Here's Lamont Wade swinging through a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Then a 2-2 count, and he waves and misses at the slider down in the zone. 1 down. Now A-Ray Adrianza underneath a fly ball hit to center. Routine. Caught, and down to our last out. Again, the Lookouts go to their bench, needing a big hit. Here is Lewin Diaz. First pitch. Turned on. Pulled down the line and going foul. Almost ended the game. Then 1-2. Diaz misses the high heat, and the Biscuits pull off the win. They get the upset in the first round of the postseason, defeating our Chattanooga Lookouts 3-1. We were much higher than them in the standings, I think by 15 or 20 games or something ridiculous. Yet they outplayed us. We could not get our bats going, and our inability to get runs across was our biggest problem. The pitching was pretty good, but we couldn't put it all together, and the Lookouts have been eliminated, and some of those players have now joined the Major League roster. Speaking of which, here was the latest start for Yadier Alvarez, his second, as he went 6 innings. No runs allowed, 8 strikeouts. However, we couldn't score any runs with him in there, and we lost the game. Then against the Blue Jays, we gave up a lot of home runs as Jose Barrios had a rough outing, only lasting 4 innings. So we're going to join the Twins again here late September, and we're going to see them play against the Blue Jays. Yadier Alvarez making his 3rd start of his Major League career. His debut was pretty rocky, and he gave up a lot of hard-hit contact. We also saw that when he's on his game, he can get a lot of strikeouts. So here is his 3rd start at home at Target Field. Fastball is in there, but keep in mind, at catcher here, we had Joe Mauer, because Jimenez was hurt and Castro was tired, and Mauer looks like he's never played the position in his life. I thought we'd be okay here with Mauer playing catcher, but he can't handle the pop-up, and the batter gets all the way to second base. Alright, continue. Yadier Alvarez, 0-1, swung on and fouled off. 0-2, and it's dropped by Mauer, and rolls into the dugout, and that brings a run across. 2 Joe Mauer errors to begin the day. It's a strikeout, but it plays out like an RBI double. So the Twins had to go back to Jason Castro. It was supposed to be his off day. That has been postponed. And Alvarez then giving up a hard-hit single up the middle. That will plate another run. Neither charged to him, thanks to 2 errors from Mauer. But this is the exact thing that was worrying me. They crushed him in the first outing. And again, when they're making contact, bad things are happening. Thankfully, weakly hit ground ball double play gets the Twins out of the inning, but not without 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors. Would the second inning go any better? Well, big fly to right field. Kepler gives chase, and he can't track it down. And Buxton has to play the carom as the Blue Jays get the double. Nobody down, and then a hard-hit line drive, and the runner froze. Expecting perhaps a catch, he doesn't advance. So that's good news, but 2 on, nobody down, and a wild pitch. Everybody's moving forward. Look how many fans showed up to this game. This is a pretty packed house. And this is what they're watching. Thankfully, fly ball here to left field. That's Zach Granite playing in the outfield. He got the start in this game. No one scores. Then a full count to the next batter. How about the slider from Alvarez? He gets 2 outs in a row. A chance to clean out the inning. And the fastball hits the corner. 0-1. Got the 0-2 on the slider. Then he comes back with the changeup and gets Troy Tulowitzki to strike out. What a recovery for Yadier Alvarez. We keep the score 2-0 and head bottom 2 with Daniel Palka, who continues to show a lot of promise. First pitch to him, driven the other way. Back deep to left field. Palka sends this out for a solo jack. He's hitting over 300 at around 100 at-bats. I'm so impressed with Palka. I think next year he could be a starter, maybe as a DH, perhaps even as an everyday outfielder. I'm not sure we have Rosario, Buxton, and Kepler, but we've got to find a home for him when he's supplying this kind of power and playing this consistently. We, of course, will see if he can keep it up in the future. Now Zach Granite. We got to see him play down at AA, but now how about the major league level? Good piece of hitting here, but even your good contact can be taken away by these superior fielders. This is not AA, where we have 25 fielding left fielders botching fly balls. That's no exaggeration, by the way. That left fielder had 25 fielding. Here, Buxton being tested, the range in center. I would love to see him play some free safety. 1-2 count here to Morales as Alvarez looks to get through another inning. But these batters can battle pretty well. Full count and a drive to center. Granite? No, we can't get there. That's a lot of range in left and center field, but still, that sneaks through. A double, and then a strikeout on Steven Pierce. Fastball from Alvarez shuts it down, but every inning he's giving up good contact and hits. Bottom three here for Minnesota. Danny Santana gets things going with a single hit to right field. Then it's Jason Castro jumping on this first pitch just over the second baseman and into the gap in right center. Santana heads to third and 2 are aboard for Minnesota. Still with nobody down as they go back to the top of the order. Byron Buxton out in front of his slurve, but then corrects it! A breaking ball left up, and Buxton crushes a 3-run home run, and the Twins take the lead. This has got to be one of my favorite home runs all season. To see that breaking ball left up and for Buxton to jump on it the way he did. 385 feet to left field, watch it again. Way up there. You throw that, you are asking for it to get crushed for a home run. Good to see the Twins offense coming alive here. They had some struggles in the second half of the season. 4-2 now as they give Alvarez a lead, but he is still allowing the Jays to crush the ball. Granite there, though, showing very good concentration and overall ability. Then a single given up later again to get aboard against Alvarez, as he always seems to get in these situations. But then with 2 down, a sky ball hit to Kepler in right. Alvarez still to allow an earned run through 4. So with this display of power from Minnesota, are they done? In the 4th, a really tough line drive by Vargas gets past the left fielder Carrera. This is ruled an error, which I have a little issue with. That was such a good piece of hitting. But then Zach Granite up the middle. That's a base hit. But Vargas doesn't have the speed to score on a play like this, so will require 1 more of those. 2 down, Castro pulled on to second. And the Jays able to close out the inning. But it's clear our bats seem to have come alive. Let's head into the 5th with Alvarez, where we tend to have a lot of trouble as an overall team. Hard hit line drive again, great play made by Miguel Sano. Then with 1 down, fastball not quite in the zone. Changeup, that's not called either. And Alvarez just misses by a bunch on the 4th pitch to give up a walk to Jose Batista. But Batista goes to steal. This caught us off guard, but not enough to let him actually swipe the bag. He's thrown out by Jason Castro, who could use a day off, but clearly is not going to take it. Full count to Kendry Morales. And how about Yadier Alvarez? Another strikeout looking, this time on the changeup. After that, I was willing to give Alvarez another inning of work. Changeup swung on and missed. Alvarez, 95-mile-per-hour heat. That's another strikeout. He is so overpowering. This was maybe my favorite at-bat for him all day, keeping the ball low. Gets the swing and miss, and again. 3-pitch strikeout. That's quick, efficient pitching there. 2 down in the 6th. There's the changeup. Then a soft tapper. Alvarez will handle this. On to first to make the play as he completes 6 innings. Early in this game, I did not think he would have a good outing, but he turned things around. Twins still up 4-2 as we go bottom 6. Palka working the count full and getting that on-base percentage even higher. He is aboard for Kenny's Vargas. And that's left up. That's a mistake. Deep left center. It won't make an exit, but it doesn't need to. That will still bring home Daniel Palka and make it a 3-run lead for the Minnesota Twins. Now, I was thinking we could still see Alvarez pitch a little bit more. Fastball there on the corner. He still seems to have his control. Gets the soft hit ground ball. Makes the play. But there I decided that was enough for Alvarez. 6 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts. That was a good outing. Now, the hard hit contact still needs to be fixed, but he can tip his cap to the home fans after a very good day's work. We then call on Fernando Romero, back up from AA, getting some bullpen work, and this is ripped to left as he gave up 2 singles almost immediately. We were in trouble in almost every inning in this game. 2 down as Romero misses to Batista twice as the fastball isn't called, and he falls behind 3-0 on some close pitches. But then a swing and miss from Batista, who had the green light. Then the changeup finds the corner. Full count. How about that strikeout for Fernando Romero? From 3-0 to a strikeout on Jose Batista. That was sure something right there. Just an exciting game for the Twins. Let's go into the 8th. Romero still on the mound. Morales doesn't like the slider. 0-2. How about the circle change? Absolutely filthy. Romero trying to end the inning, and Russell Martin waves at the 97-mile-per-hour fireball. Let's go into the 9th. A 3-run lead for closer Glenn Perkins. Looking for his 10th save. Fastball, strike 3. The 10th strikeout for the Blue Jay offense. Then with 2 down, a drive to right. Hauled in by Kepler, and the Twins win. It sure came a long way from that first inning. Those 2 Joe Mauer errors, 2 unearned runs. But then we get a home run from Palka, a 3-run shot from Buxton, and an overall great outing for our pitching staff. Could it have been better? Yes. This was a strong lineup that hit the ball well, but Alvarez recovered, and he turned out to have a good start and the first win of his major league career. Offensively, I just like to see us win with power. That is supposed to be our best strength, and I want to win with that power, even without Brian Dozier on the team. Daniel Palka has helped replace a lot of that power. We have a couple weeks to go in the season now, and I'm planning on just doing 1 more episode to close out this season. I want to maybe spend a little time in the Yankees series, that Cleveland series, and then our season finale on October 1st against the Detroit Tigers. I do think we'll end up with less than 100 losses. We just have to win 4 more games. So thank you all for watching this episode of the Minnesota Twins franchise. I have really enjoyed this first season. It is almost over. I know many of you have waited for the off season and you're excited to see what's the future of this team. But the foundation had to be laid. You got to get to know these players. The Daniel Palkas out there, Fernando Romero, and all these other players that now have us excited about the future. The AA games were a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this episode all the way around, and I cannot wait to see where this series goes. I've had so much fun lately on this series. Let me know down in the comments section, not including the players that I drafted, what players have you most excited about the future of this series? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of today's episode. Please leave a like if you're enjoying the series. Those are much appreciated and help others find the series and enjoy it as well. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.